This is St. Mary's Church, and this is another video from me. It's a special edition, once again, of Jenny is Not a Professional YouTuber. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of a welcome and some introduction to what you'll find when you come to St. Mary's during this time when we're reopening, but we still have COVID restrictions in place. So come with me, we're going to enter the church and I'll give you a little tour around. So we have the door. We'll go right on through, and once we go through, you will see this sign to remind everyone that we do have to keep distant and that the wearing of a face mask is required. I have fun face masks in liturgical colors, white for Trinity this coming Sunday. As you come through, we have a hand sanitization station, and here we have a sign-in sheet. This is a GGD regulation for contact tracing. We have pens which have been sterilized and a basket to drop the used pens in. On a Sunday morning, your programs can be picked up right here. At that point, you can enter into the church where you'll see another sign asking you to sit in between the X's on the pews. I'll show you what that means. But if you are from the same household, you can sit together and not have to space while you're seated. Please be careful to watch the floor for cords which are taped down and direction signs. Here in the back, we have our AV table. We're just using ones from the hall right now. Eventually, we'll change this to a more permanent one, but this is our setup for the time being, and it works pretty well. You can see the church looks pretty much the same, except that we do have every other pew marked off in order to abide by spacing regulations. On each pew where people are allowed to sit, there are 2 X's. So if 3 separate people not from the same household are here, they can sit in between the X's and maintain the proper distance. If you look up to the back, you will see our 2 cameras. They're actually pretty carefully placed and not so noticeable, we hope. And because they are in the back, basically what people see when we live stream is the back of your head. We do not zoom in on anyone's faces with the exception of me up front. As we move to the front, you will see we have another hand sanitization station for going up to receive communion. And when you come up to receive communion, you can come up to this mark right here. And I will stand at the step and serve communion. The altar rails have been removed for the time being. They're just placed right here. This is to allow the choir space up front to stand apart and not sing in each other's faces. Also to just remind people that we are not coming up front and kneeling at this time, again, in compliance with regulations. Now you may be wondering where that back pew is. The AV took the place of that very back pew. It was simply unscrewed and we moved it over here to the ladies' chapel. It fits perfectly, and should we decide we don't like that, we can simply move it right back and screw it into place again. However, I think you'll see that you can't really notice the difference with that back pew gone. It's very unobtrusive. You might also notice that as this table is being used up front for the hand sanitization station, this means that we do not have it in the back for processing the elements up front, that is the bread and the wine, or for holding the offering plates. That's because during this time, we don't have processions. Communion is in one kind only, the bread only, and we're still not taking up cash donations. So any donations you wish to make need to be done by bank transfer. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to have coffee after the service, fellowship in the hall like we're used to. I usually stand, weather permitting, outside so I can greet people as they go, and we do have to kind of push people out. We're not supposed to have more than 30 people in the building at any given time and not for more than an hour. However, I'm happy to chat with you outside. Hopefully, lockdown measures will continue to ease and we will be able to do more and more here. In the meantime, I hope this video gives you just a little glimpse into what we have done to set things up here to make it safe and to ensure that we are still able to worship God together. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, chaplain@stmarysrotterdam.org. I'm happy to hear from you and happy to get back to you. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Please remember that because we're only allowed 30 people, you need to reserve in advance. Again, it's chaplain@stmarysrotterdam.org, and every Sunday we are live streaming at 10:30 Central European Time on our YouTube channel, St. Mary's Rotterdam. Hope to see you soon.